Hey, pilots! Welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales of my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchure Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League, so I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which can be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account, but it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to nearly the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. I'm going to call this battle Worry About Yourself, and I'll explain why as we go along here, guys. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, November. Alright, so we're on Castle here, and I got my closed map deck. I call it a closed map. These maps that I use this hangar for are basically shorter maps, smaller maps with lots of cover and all, and these are nimble, more knife fighter type builds that are better in close. Not a lot of range there, and it seems to work better on Castle for me, because there's really not a lot of perches for a good range bot. There kind of is for some, but I don't think there's as many, and I like just having a shorter knife fighter type build hangar in this map. I'm calling this Worry About Yourself. And as you saw what happened at the beginning there, and I was even looking around, at what my mates were doing, because it didn't seem like they were taking a very wise line, a wise stance. All of them, all of them go up to the top. And they were all just kind of looking at each other at that beacon to begin with, and none of them were pressing forward. And then the rest of my mates are going on up there. They basically left this beacon unattended. And they're like, what? And I'm thinking, what are they doing, And I was worrying about them. I wasn't worried about myself. I was worrying about what they were doing. And I was getting all, bejiggity inside myself. My head was going, what am I doing? I don't even have a chance. When you're playing this battle, you got to remember, they don't know what you're doing. You're not on comms. No one knows what anyone's doing. And, and some people have different methods and styles and everything else. So, Frick got wasted right away. Whiz Bang, my Halo Blitz did some damage and took out a couple guys. The rest of my mates started filing in. Now I'm in my Phantom here, and I've got my little. You get your little ability. You run out, you take out one, and then you pop back, you heal back up, and you do it again. I think I need to get some anti-control on this guy because those halos and lockdown weapons are starting to get to me here. So I might get an anti-control for him. Might be a good little extra module to put on him. And so I'm gonna. You see there? Could have used it right there. So now I got Diablo. He's my little Loki. We're up 3 beacons to 2. And what I did is basically, instead of worrying about what my mates were doing, guys, I've been playing this game for over 4 years. I know how to win a battle. All I teach you guys is strategy. Strategies for, positioning, posturing, taking people out. I'm not a brawler. I'm more of a strategist. I look for opportunities, gaps in coverage, and that sort of thing. That's what I teach you. I worry about myself. You gotta worry about yourself when you're playing. Now I got Diablo. He's got his little talents. He's a tiptoer. He can walk around now. He's also a manipulator. I pulled that Aljun up here. He's got those thunders that take me out right away, but not as long as I'm not standing too tall. So I've got one beacon liberated. It's actually neutralized. He's gonna try to push me off, push me up, so he can take a chunk out of me. Good idea. See what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting for a bunch of people to come there. Now I can flee the scene. We're up at 3-2 beacon advantage, but what I did there is I let them have that beacon back, but what I did is I got a couple of reds to follow me up there first. See, you can do a lot of things with Diablo. You can manipulate people around. I was hoping that that my Titan there was going to flame that guy, but he died first before he got to do that. So now I'm going to tip right tail back up here. These guys don't feel the threat of Loki anymore. So I'm going to head up on up here and go ahead and liberate this one. Now, again, my team, they're not doing so good. You know, they're not really being all that aggressive on beacons. They kind of are here and there. But obviously, I'm basically flushing the reds around here and there, kind of manipulating them, and it's working to my team's advantage, and we're going to win this one. You know, but I'm trying to, do what I can here, doing what Diablo can do. I'm worried about myself. Hey, look at this guy. He even jumped me off again. These guys are good. But that's okay. This is Buzzkill. He buzzes and he kills you. I got to go in and just going to help my mates around. You know, they're really not dividing and conquering. They're not really doing a great job. They're not doing what really should be done on the battlefield. It seems like I'm carrying them a lot there, but that's okay. I'm worried about myself. You got to worry about yourself. Do what you can. And if that means carrying your team sometimes, making smarter decisions that they're not able to do, that's the way it's going to have to work sometimes, guys. But if you can do it, and again, worry about yourself and do what you can do, and and sometimes pull the weight and make some smart decisions that maybe your mates aren't making, covering areas that aren't being covered all that well. Be aggressive when you need to, but also, be mindful and pacing yourself. I'm doing all of that. I'm taking these guys out. They're going to get that beacon back, but I got a kid, and we had enough beacon advantage for most of the battle that we're going to pull this one off here. I'm going to go ahead and chunk that guy down. I'm finally into my Titan. I just ran around and did my thing, Sometimes when you're in this battle, your teams aren't going to they're going to do their thing. They're going to play their way. And, it may not be what you think is the smartest way. From a tactical standpoint, I think the guys could have done a lot better job, but that's okay. I still did my job. I did my thing. I worried about myself instead of worried about what they were doing. And as a result, we had a nice green banner at the end there. So, guys, make sure you're worried about yourself and do your best, and that's all you can do. And if you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Divide and Conquer. It's a great story, and definitely stick around, guys, and watch it to the end. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, THETA. All right, guys, so this is Springfield. I open with my open map deck, more range bot type builds. Great for the Major Pain here, my beautiful Zeus Fury, to come out and do what he does. This is kind of a sweet spot for him. His gun's tucked right over the top of this structure here, and he can kind of have line of sight within the range of that center beacon in the field. He can, whittle down any reds that are coming across toward our spawn area. And anyone that jumps up within line of sight, for sure, it's a great spot for him. Now, I'm calling this battle Divide and Conquer, and I might have titled something else that way before, but it's a great little lesson to learn when you're playing this battle for sure. You're on the battlefield with 5 other people that you don't know. And so everyone has, if you figure if they're in experts or masters or something like that, they've got, at least 1,000 wins under their belt or something, which means they probably got 2,000 or 3,000 games under their belt. And if that's the case, they probably know at least how to operate their equipment and probably have some strategies involved. But not everyone does. But what you want to try to do when you're playing this game is divide and conquer. Divide, meaning divide up the team. Don't all group up in one area. And that includes you. If you're in one area, or I should say this, if you see your mates going off in one area and there's another area uncontested, make sure that you're not, ignoring that opportunity. Right now we've got 3 guys on my side that are right up here guarding here, and we have 3 guys that are going across the way over there that are trying to basically attack the field. That's great. Divide and conquer. One of the things I don't recommend you do, and our men are going to try to do this here in a bit. See, you got 3 guys over there in the field, and then you have threats coming over here. But because we have 3 people here, we're able to kind of hold our fort down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Diablo across the field over here. We're going to, again, divide and conquer. Since we have some mates already there, kind of holding our home spawn area, and we have some uncontested beacons over here. It's time to do some dividing and conquering. Let's get these beacons. Beacons is what wins, guys, and I'm all about winning the battle. So I'm always looking for ways of getting a 3 and hold beacon advantage, or a 3 or more beacon advantage. We've got these 3 here, the dam, this one, and the one up behind the field. Ours got taken, but I know that as our men die, they're going to be spawning in, so they'll get it back. Now, we've got a 4-capper. If you got a 4-capper, what have I told you guys to do with a 4-capper? You let it simmer. I really should not be doing this with Diablo right now. Don't even mess around. I'm shaking my head at him like a little son of a gun, and look what happened. I screwed up there, really big time. So this is my invader, and I'm going to take him out. Obviously, that beacon got re-liberated, so that was a bad mistake that I took with Loki here, with Diablo. And you know what? That was my bad. That was totally my bad. But luckily, my team are doing a good job. They got that thing back. We got a 4-to-1 beacon advantage. We're getting ready to have a 5-to-1 beacon advantage. This Titan is going to come out in and get that one liberated, and oh no, he walked out of the circle without liberating. He didn't finish the job. He probably saw me behind him and figured I was gonna get it. Well, there's a Lance on our team running on in there, so I'm gonna help help take this one down. Looks like my Titan is gonna go up there and take that beacon, so I'm gonna hop over here and help him take it out. He doesn't have a very good angle on that guy, so I'm gonna hop down below where I have an angle. He's gonna put the hot foot out, and there you go. Now we got he's gonna get the damn beacon. We're back up to a 5-to-1 beacon advantage. Guys, we're splitting the field so well. We're dividing and conquering, and that's what you gotta always make sure you're doing. Looking for ways of spreading them out, and and dividing your resources in such a way that you have a positional advantage all over the battlefield. It works really, really well. So there you go. Great pilots on both sides. I was just sitting there in the middle for damage, but our team did such a good job of basically spreading it out, spreading out the resources and not clumping up in too much in one area. And that involves your awareness too of what your team is doing, so that you're not part of the problem. Make sure that you're always balancing it out and going where you're needed. But again, don't clump up in too many places, and spread those beacons out, and that's great. And if you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out, guys. I'm going to call this battle Steady Rush, and you'll definitely understand why as we go along here, guys. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, War. Perfect for this battle. All right, guys, so this is Yamato. This is this episode's Beacon Rush battle. You know how I do this. Fast forward, get to where I can, and go. Boom. With the my death button Raven. I can do the double jump there, lane and center, grab it with my friends, my mates there, and then you got to hold it. Then if you can, you want to press forward. So that was Frick. This is my new little Phantom, another little durable bot going there, help defend the center, keep this here strong, and see how much we can do. We got some other mates that are right behind me too. We got a 3-2, we got to hold this one, but they're going to chip us away. Oh man, so now I'm going to put in a little buzzkill. This next performance deserves a formal introduction. His team thinks he's friendly. He looks very nice. The Reds think he's feeble. The Reds should think twice. He doesn't look tough, but don't let his size fool you. Dismiss this guy's threat, and he's gonna school you. To see this one fight will give you a chill. It's easy to see why they call him Buzzkill. One of the most underrated builds in my hangar, Buzzkill, my Spark Scourge Mender, quickly proves his value within moments of entering any battle. The long-range top-mounted weapons allow him to shoot over the top of lower structures, much like the General, without risk of return fire. But it gets better. His ability to mend others around him as well as himself unlimited amounts of times in battle make him invaluable in closely matched battles where longevity is the key to victory. But it still gets even better. When activated, his mending ability allows him to weather nearly any firefight while dishing back amazing amounts of damage in close-range fights with his high-output energy weaponry. With his added health module update, Buzzkill seems almost unkillable, even to the most formidable foes. So, take your best shot and bring all your skill. Just be ready to dive when you face Buzzkill. He's my Spark Scourge Mender. He's about as good as they come. He's also very, very tough. Again, what we're trying to do here, guys, is we're trying to do a 3 and hold or press forward if you can. Now, Yamato's a funny one. It's tough to press forward once you get here because what they're doing, what the Reds are doing, are exactly what I'd be doing. If you don't get red the center right away, which you really need to do. But if you don't, then you hang back like they're doing, get at a positional advantage, and basically fry anyone in the center and keep burning through their resources. And that's what I'd be doing if I was on the red team right now, is getting down below in a kind of a protected spot and keep throwing up splash weapons up into center. But I got Buzzkill here, and Buzzkill is going to basically help keep my mates mended and help defend the center. And as long as we can do that, we're going to be fine. It'd be nice to press forward. We got a little Loki who's going to try to run down there and at least give those guys fits over there at that beacon over there to my right. Their one remaining beacon. But there's also a guy that's sneaking around the back. But luckily, I think my men have addressed that guy. So now we're just going to stay here and basically guard center. And our two rear are fine, and we've got a couple guys up here, and then little Buzzkill is just going to keep maintaining these guys and keeping them in good shape. You know, we've got some really good guys on my team, and, you know, that's another thing, too, is having good mates that know what they're doing, and not everyone does. Not everyone plays the right way, but luckily, we've got some really smart pilots on our side. We got to watch out for the guy that is trying to sneak around behind us there. There's a red that's going back to our flanks. And you really can't let that happen. And sometimes you got to make a sacrifice here. That little Loki, there he goes. Again, what he's doing right now, he's giving the Reds fits. They can't leave that beacon. They can't put a press on us. What they're trying to do is burn through our resources. But little Buzzkill here, he keeps mending up the guys. And so that's great. And then that little Loki that's on our side, he kind of gave those guys fits over there, giving them something to think about. And as long as we can kind of keep them busy for a little while, we can ride this one out. Unfortunately, there is a red that's trying to sneak around our back flanks, and it's hard to have all your resources here and watch your back at the same time. And every once in a while, you know, what you got to do is you got to drop and go back there and protect your flank, because you can't let that portal open up. And I'm hoping that someone does a maneuver like that, because if we can, that's what's going to be. Oh, there he goes! Nice! All right, that guy was oh God, who was that? That was Test Run, I think, or something like that. Test Run 74. That guy there, he's absolutely doing what you need to do. He is watching our flanks. I bet he hopped into like a low-hanging weapon guy, like a pursuer, or maybe a phantom. But what he just did is he watched our tail end there. He watched our six. He kept the battle from slipping away. And where is he? He's going to come up here pretty soon here. Let's see, where is he? He's going to, there he is. Test Run 74. Buddy, that's the way you play this game. You know it, man. That is a solid pilot right there. You guys, you got to know what you're doing. You got to know how to play the game. It's the dance that we all learn as we grow up in our piloting career. So that's awesome. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out, guys. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and were able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel on a regular basis, so if you like what you see, please tap on the subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. Also, Discord is a great way to connect with other amazing pilots, keep up on the latest news, and learn more ways to improve your gaming experience. Without question, one of the best Discord servers out there is War Robot's Master Pilots. Managed by some of the best pilots in the game today, it features a robust list of informational, tutorial, and informative channels to cover anything and everything related to this awesome game. So definitely take a moment to click on the link in the description of this episode and check them out. Finally, my goal is to provide you all with entertaining and helpful information that'll help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So, if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep them blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Just make sure you're having fun, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.